on fucking Pop Crave, Jake. Are you serious?
I do.
In the middle of recording, you're on fucking Pop Crave. I'm Haley Griswold.
And I'm Jake Deaton.
And this is The Lost Floor. You never told me that. Wait, should we do some vocal runs and like do, re, mi, fa, sol? How is it? What is it?
Ping, ping, ping.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, re, do. Jake.
I'm excited for this one.
I'm excited too. I have like a lot of energy because I know that there are so many things I have to tell you that you don't know about me.
Wow, I'm excited for
musically. Because the thing is, between the two of us, you are musical.
I mean, I don't know that I would call myself
you play
overly
the piano.
musical.
You can like go sit down and start playing a Taylor Swift song.
That's true.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I cannot do that at all. And
you play the skin flute.
Shut up, stupid. You taught me.
We're both concert level skin flautists.
Yes, we are. We should say first that just because you can read music, I can't read music. But one thing that I know is just like you who can, even though I can't, I get music on a level that other people don't get it.
Spiritual level?
Yeah, they don't get it. Like no one can like feel and see color and the sound.
Well, do you want to clock
like
some
me.
of that tea? I had synesthesia for music.
This is a made up
I know. I'm like, literally, is this like my fibromyalgia?
Explain
Everyone
this
is
to
going to
me.
be like, fibromyalgia is real. It's real. but so is synesthesia.
Okay, what is it?
So do you want to, I'll tell you how I found out about it too. So back in the day when I was on Gaga Daily, the Lady Gaga Pop Music Forum.
It's so funny you act like you're not still daily on Gaga Daily.
It's more like Gaga Weekly now. But
Okay.
Now that I have a baby. At some point, my whole life, I've like perceived color while listening to music. And I would say that the best thing I could describe it or like compare it to are like those old Microsoft screensavers that would come on and like kind of pulse in color.
Yeah.
And I thought everyone did that. I thought that was a very normal part of listening to music. And I made a thread. It was like, I think maybe the first thread that I was the author of. And I was like, what colors do y'all see to different Lady Gaga songs? Like when I listen to Venus, I see yellow. When I listen to Bad Romance, I see like red and white. Then people in the comments were like, what?
Yeah.
This isn't a thing.
Yeah.
And then someone like on the second page of everyone being like, what the fuck is this guy on? Was like, you maybe have synesthesia. And I Googled it and I was like, holy shit, this is like a thing.
That's okay. So I have a couple of questions. Does it change when you have a reference? So like Gaga for Bad Romance, once you saw the music video,
I think
then
so.
did it like
sometimes
turn red
they're
and white?
Sometimes they're very connected. Like I think I heard Bad Romance the first time when I watched the music video. So it's hard to untangle like what caused what.
But Venus, you probably heard.
Yeah.
Before seeing, right?
Yeah, but there's no video for Venus.
So that's what I mean. So you saw the color, yellow.
But the
what do you see for Cruel Summer? Is it blue?
God! Oh, it's like pink and blue candy cane or cotton candy skies. Like I will say, it's often very connected to like the imagery of an album, but it's sometimes it's completely random or like something that's like so far outside the zone. Like Florida in Torture Poets Department, I see in this like really pulsing deep navy blue,
crazy,
which is like not in the color palette of TTPD.
No, or really Florida.
No.
Like I would say more like of an emerald for Florida,
But people do it for all kinds of things. Like people do it for numbers, for days of the week, months of the year, stuff like that. But mine has always been music.
Interesting.
And I think it helped me read music. It's funny you mentioned reading music. It is so weird to me that most people don't.
Okay, so how did you learn?
So I always wanted to play piano. My mom took piano as a child and she remembered how to play a couple of like simple songs, and she told me if I could learn those songs she would get me lessons. And so I learned them and I got piano lessons, and I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty good, like pretty quickly. Had a very prominent role in the recital of the Christmas recital. I played the melody of Carol of the Bells.
Wow.
There were 3 other pianists and they all played harmony.
Wow.
But my freaking piano teacher had to get pregnant with triplets, and that was the end of my piano ambitions. So,
wow, selfish.
I know, what an asshole. But
it's probably it ripped too in that labor.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
My revenge. But I had taken enough at that point that I was able to sort of continue on my own. And so now I primarily play chords and stuff, and like so I can sing along. But I love playing piano. It's one of my favorite things I've ever done. Did you ever take an instrument lesson?
I actually will tell you about my experience with piano. My Nana came home one day with a keyboard for me, and it was like a DJ booth. It had those settings where you could like press a button and a song would kind of play, and you could still play the keyboard at the same time. So then I felt like I'm like, ooh yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. I remember those.
adding.
You're like a DJ.
Yeah, like, and I'm feeling all these things. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna put the keyboard in drum mode. So then it's like, dum, dum. And I was doing all these fun things. I loved it so much. I wanted a disco ball. Like, it really felt like this was a huge, huge thing. I was so happy when I got the keyboard. And then my Nana got me lessons, and I was so sad.
Did you not like it?
Hated piano lessons.
Really?
First, why did I go to she was 110. I was like, lady, retire. You have 3 pianos. Sell one of them and just rest.
She died while she was teaching you.
But a couple of times it felt like we may have been on our way. I was miserable. She couldn't hear me. And I couldn't understand her because she's 1,000. And
was it because she was foreign, Haley?
Shut up.
That is so cruel.
She was
probably doing her best.
She's the first white lady in Florida, I promise you. And she was so boring. And my Nana was devastated that I was just like, I can't do it. I don't want to go. It's really too boring for me. Because I just couldn't. But I loved music class at school, which is why I think she wanted me to do it.
That makes
Because
sense.
I loved my elementary school music teacher, Mrs. Treadway, was like the nicest lady ever. And she taught us how to read music. Like, I knew about the treble and the bass and the clef lip. Like, I knew all of them. Yes, I did.
No treble.
No treble. And I loved it. But it was mostly just recorders.
I loved the recorders.
I loved the recorder too.
That was teaching some future skill.
That was me bleeping the skill.
So you stopped piano, obviously. At what point would you, like, do you think it's okay to let a kid tap out? Like, if you had a daughter and she was like, this is so fucking boring, I hate it, would you force her to stay in, or would you let her tap out? And at what point does that scale switch? Because there are a lot of things that I stopped because I didn't want to, and now I'm like, why the fuck did you let me stop? Like, I could be like an Olympic skier.
In the piano lesson instance, I think it's okay that I got to stop because she bought me the keyboard of her own volition. Me not taking to it is not my problem. You know what I mean? And so, but I do think...
You were like, I asked for a gun.
But in your... In your case, though, I would say that if you had learned the songs and really wanted to do it and she started playing lessons and say she had like 5 or 10 that she had already paid for, you were doing all of those lessons, at least. And then we can reassess is probably how I would do it.
I actually don't think Henry's going to have any choice at all. I get to choose all his activities.
Well,
I give
then
him
you need to cut me off. We need to go no contact because Aunt Haley will be his advocate. Henry don't have to do nothing he don't want to do.
Henry's going to piano, guitar.
I'm getting him the drum set.
Oh, God.
Yes, I am. Davis said I want him to play drums. Wouldn't you
He'll
be
keep
so
those at your
proud
house.
of him? It would be so cool.
He'll practice with you.
That's fine. But I maintained an interest, so I tried other instruments.
Interesting.
Did you?
Many instruments?
Several more.
I never had another. Piano was my big love, and I took it for a long time. When I got to middle school and we had the opportunity to join band,
yes.
I remember that I was so against joining band because of like the social stigma, and like, you know, I was like wanted to be popular. But then we all were forced to go to an assembly to where we had like the instruments demonstrated for us. And my gay ass went to that assembly and was like, I need to be a flautist. You don't understand. I need to play the flute. And my brother was in band and playing trumpet. And, you know, talk about why I was like, I should avoid Loserville. But as soon as I saw the teacher demonstrate the flute, I was like, I want to play the flute. I want to be a flautist. I love how bright and beautiful it sounds. And I went home that afternoon with the little pamphlet to hand to my parents to get them to order me a flute. And they said no.
Wow.
Well, I think, you know, I'm going to actually have to say thank you, Mom and Dad, because I was dealing with enough rumors at the time, so that may have pushed it over the edge.
Good point. But it's so funny that you were initially turned off because you thought, like, this is going to be lame and embarrassing. Right? Because to me, the concept of band camp was so culturally significant, it seemed, that I was like, I need to go to band camp. Like, I want to go to band camp.
You were horny.
Well, because the show Secret Life of the American Teenager was out, which is about a girl getting pregnant at band camp. And I didn't want that part of the experience, but I was like, but hot guys are there? And so I was like, that wasn't my experience either.
Did you go?
So I went to band camp.
Without playing an instrument?
I had an instrument. Do you want to guess what my instrument was?
Clarinet.
No.
Trumpet.
I played the saxophone.
No way.
Yes, I did.
Oh my God, you and Bill Clinton. Your favorite president.
I sat.
That you often tell me you wish you could sleep with.
I loved band camp. Actually, my middle school band teacher was married to my elementary band teacher, or excuse me, music teacher.
These people, same, the music teacher at my school, and guess what their last name was?
What?
You're gonna die. Drum. And my art teacher, Miss Plato.
Wow, that is so crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
No, I didn't have an experience like that, but that's awesome.
And my sex ed teacher, Mr. Penis. Dick Penis, can you believe it?
So on the first day of band camp, I walked in and I loved it. I had such a good time, and there was like a jazz band, and I was so on my Ryan Gosling, like white people in minute jazz. I'm 11, and I loved the saxophone because I loved 80s music, and I just wanted that. I loved it, and I went. I had an amazing experience for the week. I was so excited, and then in the fall we started band, and on the first day I went ahead and helped myself to the first chair where I never moved. But then Mr. Treadway did not come in. A new band director came in. His name was Mr. It's spelled Colon. How would you pronounce that?
Colon,
but he made us say cologne. And so cologne, those two words close together. Disgusting. I hated him. He hated me. We had a volatile relationship. The issue was we had an overflow of clarinets and only 3 saxophones. So I was talking to him like once a month. And when he was kind of giving me the runaround, just trying to be quick and like brush over me. No. Solo time. I need to get up on that podium and show you what I've been working on for the last fucking 30 days since you don't care, mister. And then he called me high maintenance, and then I just started chewing my reeds and quit.
Not chewing the reeds.
One other thing about saxophone, I hated practicing. This is my biggest issue. I hate practice.
Want to relax.
And so whenever I would practice, I would, instead of like trying to read the music and like do the practice songs or anything, I would just blast my Colby Calais CD, and I would just
I'll pick it up.
I'll just play along how I think it sounds. So I would be like bubbly. I'm like, and I just would blast and go crazy that way. Like, yeah, it wasn't any good. And
I
so,
wish you kept up with it. You would be such a fierce saxophone player.
I know, but the thing too is it is
Fuck
a bit.
Mr. Colon.
It was hard on my body though. You know, it's half
It's the
my
same size as you.
Like, yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, but it was really.
For a second, I thought you were going to be like, I played the tuba, and I was like, how did you hold that up?
No. Yeah, saxophone, and I really do wish that I could still play because
it's never too late, baby.
Or maybe try again.
It also seems, I feel like that's a good lesbian instrument.
Shut up.
I do.
Shut up.
Don't you think? I don't know about you,
but I'm feeling like it's episode 22.
I've been waiting to do that.
And I think everyone should do us a big favor in honor of that, don't you?
I do too.
What would that favor be?
That would be to be happy, free, confused, and lonely at the same time over on our Patreon.
It's only $3 and you will get a video episode.
Which is essential at this point.
At this point, it's essential. For every episode, every audio episode has an additional video episode. Plus, we post bonus content. We've got some sort of deleted scenes, the things we're scared for you to hear about our show, choirs over there. We make exclusive content just for the Patreon as well. So we would love for you to support us over there.
And if you cannot support on Patreon, there are still many other great ways that you can support the show. 5-star ratings on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, leaving a written review on Apple Podcasts, following us on all of our social media.
Really goes a long way, and we will sing it with me. Love you for it. Sing it with me. Love you for subscribing. I don't know. I'm flopping. Please just subscribe to our Patreon. So when things didn't work out between the saxophone and me, my Nana, she was like, but you love music. You love music. You don't want to give up music. I think I've told you before about her addiction to QVC, shopping on TV. Mm-hmm. And she did order me a guitar with the CDs with a guy who teaches
how to play.
from 0 to 100.
Wow.
And well, first of all, she got me a guitar that honestly looked like something Taylor Swift would use. Like it was blue, It was really pretty, and I loved the look of it. So just like with the keyboard and the saxophone, I'm like, I'm super jazzed. I love the aesthetic. And I hurt my fingers pretty quick. I realized my hands are really small painful. For the guitar.
Can you have nails?
I don't know. I don't know.
Can't keep them anyway.
Can you shut?
You need them for something else.
You never tried again?
Piano?
Anything, any instrument, like.
I definitely moved from piano to voice, and when I started doing choir and musicals. So I started doing musicals in high school, and
that was chorus in middle school or elementary school.
No, none. I didn't start anything. I played piano, but I didn't start anything musical theater or theater related in general until high school.
Same with me. It wasn't available.
So I got coerced and begged to audition for a musical, not because somebody like looked at me and thought I had some innate talent. It was because no boys in my school wanted to do musicals. And of course,
what was it about you that they thought maybe he'd be interested?
That's so true. But I remember I auditioned with like a nursery rhyme as my song. I loved it, and I ended up really enjoying it. I was Lumiere in Beauty and the Beast. And then I got coerced to do show choir, which is, my husband still makes fun of me for it. I mean, it literally was like a glee club. We had 2 outfits. We had a purple outfit, which was the colors of our high school, that was like very drab and blah. But I mean, it was like, just like a button-up purple shirt with a black vest. And then we had a hot Barbie pink outfit.
Ooh.
And I remember we went to regionals once and we didn't do very well. We came in like 3rd place, and we were great show choir, not to toot our own horn. Ended up winning state championship.
Winners.
We have state championship rings, mind you.
Oh.
Davis, do you have one of those? He does, actually, from wrestling. Anyway, I remember we had to wear the purples to regionals, and we were only allowed to wear the pink at finals. And I remember after we didn't do as well at regionals as we wanted to, the director came in and was like, I don't even know if you deserve to wear the pink. And devastation. I was like, we'll work hard.
That's so sad. And
it worked.
And it worked.
And we became state champions. And the school that was our main rival, the fucking Christian all-girls academy, like private school. We were like this little podunk, smallest school size in North Carolina. And the choir director there was such a jerk. She would come up to our choir director and be like, we have a tab number in ours because we can. We annihilated them. The scorched earth, salted the earth. All those Christian girls are dead. State champions, they wish. So fuck that tap routine, right?
That's so funny.
But that was my musical experience.
Congrats, I'm proud of
high
you.
school, which led to chorus also, which I also love. Did you ever do chorus?
In elementary school, I also had to do one of those little auditions. She just had everyone come sit by her at the piano, and while the other kids were watching the movie, you'd come sit and whisper sing happy birthday. So I was like, happy birthday to you.
Billy? Is that you?
And I got in. But ours were just like t-shirts. We didn't have any amazing costume. And then in middle school, a lot of my friends did join chorus, but I was in band.
Wow.
So I didn't do it. But our high school also had a really amazing chorus.
You know what? When we went to NYU, I told someone about us winning like show choir state championship, so I was still bragging about it a year later in NYU from the 100-person graduating class in Mitchell County, North Carolina. But my roommate was asking about our chorus, and I was like, yeah, we have like for our like high school, we have a really good chorus. And I was like, I loved our Hallelujah chorus this year, and he has to see it, and I played it for him. Of course, this motherfucker attended an all-arts high school in Texas with 3,000 students that was audition only.
Nice,
and he was
nice.
like, oh, well, our school did the Hallelujah chorus too. Do you want to hear that?
You were like, no thanks. That's so funny.
But that was a huge important part of my life. I loved and all those we did all the Glee arrangements.
Did you?
Yes. I once did the solo of Don't Stop Believing.
I was literally about to say, Don't Stop.
Just a small town girl. But
that song actually had great significance for me when I was young too. I just loved it.
Yeah. The Glee version touched me.
Sure.
I still listen to that over Journey.
I'm with Randy Jackson for life.
That's funny.
But I've always been kind of embarrassed about singing.
But everyone's embarrassed about singing.
No, you're not. Not like
what?
No,
I'm so embarrassed.
But you'll
by
do it still. Like you're not so embarrassed that you'll like not do it.
I guess, but I get so embarrassed by it. Let's have that. Let's clock that tea.
We can.
It is funny the fact that we were in like performing arts school and like there is nothing more vulnerable than singing in front of someone.
It's so vulnerable.
It's funny that we say that because we sing all the time on the show, but I do feel like that it takes the pressure off because it's half silly. Like we're not, I'm not sitting up here auditioning, but like and
we're with each other.
Yeah. But it is so stress inducing. And like, especially when you're around people who are so effortlessly talented at it. Like, I'm going to be honest with singing. I feel like my whole life has been defined of how hard I've tried to be good at this skill. And it's not something that comes supernatural to me. And I feel like I only ever made it to the point of being like, yes, you can do these things. Like, you can sing on pitch and you can do these shows. But I've never had like the buttery, smooth, like effortless, like kind of just innate voice that some people just literally are born with and open their mouth.
I'm
and it's
so
like,
jealous.
Can you imagine?
I know. It's like, I wish that for me so bad. But you do have a great voice and you are a good singer.
So do you.
But I don't
But
sing.
no one feels like they are.
But the thing is, even when people do sing really well, that also makes me uncomfortable. Like, because it's like, now I'm at a show. Now I'm at a performance. And
it
now,
kind of ruins the vibe.
And now, I don't, so it is a thing of like, I only like group singing where we're all singing and having fun and Taylor Swift is on stage. Like, I don't want you to, like, if you can't sing and you try to sing, that's awkward. If you can sing.
You look like a show off. Yeah. Like, it's just like, it's a hard.
But if I could sing, I would order things, just burger with fries.
There are people like that, but everyone hates them.
I wouldn't care. I don't care. The birds love me.
That's so true. I mean, like, but it is such a vulnerable thing. Like every time I've posted like some singing stuff online before, always in parody, never anything like, I'm never going to upload a video of me being like, this is me singing for your enjoyment. Like I have, do you know whose voice that I have?
Do that? Good for them.
No, of course.
That's brave.
But when I see that, meaning I don't have the talent, not that I look down on those people. My voice is in the mold of the cloth, and I get this comment 100 times a day. What? I am a Bo Burnham type singer. I can sing enough. I have enough pitch, I can sing enough high notes, I know my way around the staff, but no one's gonna like turn me on to listen to like me sing Ave Maria. They're gonna turn me on to listen to me sing the rewritten No Body No Crime.
Right. And they do.
Did you ever start, or were you ever a part of a band? Or did you ever entertain that thought, like, what if I...
Who didn't watch Camp Rock? Who didn't
Freaky Friday?
See Freaky Friday? Like, who didn't want to be in a band?
The band episode of SpongeBob, which I'm now realizing you didn't watch SpongeBob. That's some lost lore that people need to know. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
That's coming up. But I did want it, of course. Like, but I never pursued it really.
What would you have wanted to be? Would you have been content being the sax, or would you want to be lead vocals?
Probably lead vocals, sax, and drums.
Okay. So very versatile.
Yeah, it's all of it, yeah.
Triangle.
Tambourine on the hip. What about you?
In middle school, I was in like a little, fake band you make with your friends.
You did?
But yeah, of course.
Cute.
But it was this girl who I dated who was also my cousin. A lot of lore there.
Yeah.
That we found. I think I mentioned her on the pod before. Shout out Abby. We found out we were dating we found out we were cousins after we started dating. But,
and how long did the relationship last?
A couple days after. We thought about it. We considered our options. My brother did that too. Small town things. But anyway, she formed a band in my middle school, and that was right when I started taking piano lessons. And she asked me to be the pianist, and I was like, okay, but like I don't really know much yet. I don't know how useful I'll be. And I at that point had like very, very basic piano. And I remember at some point she came up to me and she was like, Jake, we've been talking, and I'm not sure you're the right fit for the band because we're looking for someone with more professional experience. And mind you, this is someone who, if she was singing Cruel Summer, it would be, it's new, the shape of your body is blue. Lead vocals.
And you could say that because that's your cousin.
Yeah, so I went on to be a solo act.
That is so mean, but did you at least have a band name?
I can't remember what it was.
Damn.
I would give anything. I'm sure it was something dirty.
Damn, I wish I knew. The thing that had my girlfriends and I and I mean that as friends who are girls before you even try to say some dumb shit to me.
I was going to say the shocker.
Shut up. One thing that gripped us, whatever you want to say, when we were in middle school musically was we would love to take our cell phones and lock ourselves in the bathroom and record ourselves singing. I do this still.
I was
constantly.
I'm in GarageBand.
I constantly was hitting, like I would flush the toilet so that maybe I could not be heard as well. And I'm like, 3 little birds sat on my window. And they told me I don't need to worry.
That is such a formative moment of like, I'm just going to see how I sound. Like, just
and then you play it back on the lowest volume. And then you're like, no, I'm going to try again. Summer child,
you're going to die with what I'm about to show you. So
I loved to do this.
When I tell you that I still do this to this day, like so many things. But if I go back and look at my Snapchat from, let's say, like, any time in college, this is like in college, like every time I'm going home, any summer, it is all videos of me in my car singing Wicked as I'm driving, recording myself hitting the highest notes I can belt.
Play us one.
I can't. It's too embarrassing.
Come on, just one.
It's Defying Gravity. It's so bad. It's so bad. Because I'm also, this requires more explanation. I'm also putting these, I have an app where I can adjust the key of songs. And my obsession at the time was singing everything in as high of a key as I could. Should and could are different concepts with singing. So everything is like so stretched thin. Why am I riffing like that? Elphaba literally doesn't sing that part. She says to those who ground me, take a message back from me. And I'm doing this. That part's not even sung.
Why did you do
I don't know.
that? Oh my God, that is so
I was like,
funny.
I'm going to make history.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
Me sending it to the current Elphaba, being like, girl, you should try this one.
Just an idea.
And I'm still straight at this point.
Oh, that is always the fucking kicker, isn't it? Man, the thing is, I don't think I have the guts to do it now. Like, I'm so convinced that the second that I record myself singing, the federal government has that.
that you aren't doing that. I do it almost every day.
Even now, like, something about my apartment, I just don't trust that I can even be comfortable singing in the shower.
Girl, when I lived in New York, do you know what I used to do?
What?
Because when you live in an apartment, you like don't want people to like hear you.
Yes.
And especially the shit that I'm singing, it's like Defying Gravity. So it's like I'm not, you know, I'm like screaming.
There's no ukulele.
No, I'm like screaming at the top of my lungs. Another thing about my voice, it is loud. And so what I would do would take my pillows on my bed and put my mouth into the pillow and belt into the pillow.
Oh my God.
And I had a reputation for doing this on my floor. On my freshman year floor. Everyone was like, Jake's belting into the pillow again, because they could still hear.
Yeah. Well, then I think that you have quite the range, quite the talent, quite the ability.
I can't believe that you're not doing that in your day-to-day life.
No, I'm shy.
Davis, have you ever recorded yourself singing? Be honest.
Be honest.
I'm sure I have.
Don't you think every single person... Excuse me, every single gay person has recorded themselves singing.
But one thing about Davis, he can sing sometimes, you know, and if I happen to say, oh, that sounded good, we gonna hear that same line over and over
Matt too.
and over.
Matt too. Because everyone, I don't care how because you and Matt don't seem the type that would care about something like that. But everyone, if you're in the car and you impress yourself, you're like, ooh, like, is American Idol coming through this year?
Exactly.
Where are those auditions?
You know, another thing, actually. In college, I also took a voice lesson as an elective.
I did that too.
We had the same
That's fun.
teacher, Jake.
Shut up.
Yes.
Shut up. I don't remember his name, but how did we find that out again?
I found out because one day it was like, I was after you and you didn't know I was after you, but I knew who was before me because before you opened that door, I heard you.
No way.
Yeah, and you came out and I was like, Jake, and you were like, Haley, and you were like, you're singing? And I was like, not really, because he and I were just friends. We talked. It was sort of like a half-hour therapy every week. I did not sing.
Really?
And so he gave me a B, which was nice of him because I really couldn't sing. Like, you know what? It just occurred to me where the stage fright came from.
Where?
When I was a kid, I wanted to be a singer desperately.
Of course.
I loved American Idol. I loved Kelly Clarkson. I loved Kelly Pickler. Did you know her?
Yeah, of course.
Pick Pickler. That was her slogan on American Idol. She was so cute. I loved her. She was my girl. And so that year, I think I was in maybe 4th or 5th grade. And I was like, well, it's kind of the time that I really need to start getting serious about singing. So I need a karaoke machine. And so my mom got me one for Christmas. But because I was still kind of scared and shy, I only would do it when she was showering in the morning. Or like if my Nana was showering in the morning or something. Or just when anyone was not near me is when I was doing it. And my go-to karaoke song was Breathe by Faith Hill. I can feel you breathe. It's watching over me. And suddenly I'm melting into you.
That's a great song.
Okay? The way that would go is like, I would take a shower, then my Nana would take a shower. So as soon as I got out of the shower, I would run to the karaoke machine.
Naked.
I'm in my towel. And so then I also feel like I'm Whitney Houston in my like long
gown.
My ball gown, and I'm sitting here. Yeah, wait, what are those gowns called?
Ball gowns.
Evening gown is the word I was looking for. Yeah. Because there's a quote that's like, no one could wear an evening gown like Whitney Houston. But anyway, so I felt like Whitney Houston in my towel, and I can feel, and you feel so sexy singing Faith Hill. And then I heard my Nana bust in the door, and she's like, you pervert! And was laughing so hard. And I was like, I want to die. I want to die.
It's so
I want
embarrassing.
to die. It was
It's so embarrassing.
And so I cannot do it. I'm so scared.
It's mortifying. I mean, getting caught, like when you are, and especially when you're having a serious moment, like, and
it is serious because I'm singing "Breathe" to Tim McGraw.
Right. It is humiliating to be caught like that.
It's the worst. Like, because with all of the instruments and stuff, there's some sort of like, oh, well, you're trying. Like, no one just knows how to play the guitar. Everyone kind of knows how to hum a tune, or should, right?
Have you ever done anything embarrassing when singing? Like, have you ever sung to someone in like an intimate moment, or like?
I've been sung to in an intimate moment. Do you know what the song was?
Oh, I want to guess. Wonderwall.
Tell me something, girl.
Davis.
It wasn't Davis.
But I at some point Matt like knew that I did music. Don't ask him about this. I've held this in because I genuinely find it so embarrassing.
Don't ask, and he listens every week.
I mean, but I know, but I don't want us to talk about it collectively. It still fills me with like horrible shame.
Oh, I can't wait.
At some point, he'd asked to hear me sing, and I sent him, and I still have it, and it will never see the light of day. I would have to be the most famous person in the world, and I would have to have like a $10 billion charity auction, like. But he has to hear me sing, and I sent him a video of me singing Blank Space to him so seriously outside my house, like very much and like it was bad, Haley. It was so bad.
What did he say?
I don't even remember. I'm sure he was complimentary.
Can I hear it? I won't keep it in.
No!
I need to hear it.
No, never. It's so embarrassing. Even the thought of it existing makes my heart hammer. At least it was on Snapchat, and so
it was on Snapchat.
Yeah.
You sent it on Snapchat.
Yeah.
I like to imagine your faces in it, like.
It is.
Oh my!
It is.
How long was it? How long?
I think it
Minutes.
I think it started from "So It's Gonna Be Forever" and then go through the first chorus. It's so embarrassing, and I'm singing to the camera. Blank Space. Why didn't I choose a love song?
I know, Blank Space to your like future husband, father of your children.
Oh God.
Oh, but I guess you're kind of saying
it's gonna be forever. It's gonna go down in flames. Which I still stand by that.
Yeah, wait, so if you actually think about the song, it makes perfect sense. My bad.
I am as crazy as the character in that song.
Yeah, everybody needs to be cool to younger Jake. Did we ever mention what we were wearing?
No.
We look cater waiter vibe. I got us these little bow ties that have music notes on them, and we paired them with white shirts just so that you'd feel really like, respected.
That makes me feel like I'm on a cruise ship.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
Did you watch Trainwreck Poop Cruise?
I'm not going to. And I don't want you to share anything about it to me. I can't. I will vomit.
So I mentioned that I did show choir and that we were state champions. It was definitely like my favorite high school kind of activity.
Extracurricular.
Yeah. A couple of things about show choir. One of them was that we were the horniest kids on campus. Like
right.
It lives up to all of those expectations. And I remember we used to go what we would call down the mountain because we live, like up in the Appalachian Mountains. And so if we went down the mountain, we were going to like compete in regionals or like state championships and stuff. And we'd take a big activity bus and the back always had all the seats ripped up, and we would go sit in the back. Did you ever do that? Like in the floor?
No.
So there would be 20 of us sitting in the floor of this bus, going down a curvy ass mountain at speed.
Which, when we took that like a couple months ago together, what speed were we going down? About 3 miles per hour because Mama was getting sick. I was about to throw up, and you guys are unbuckled just in the back going around, sloshing around.
Not just sloshing around. So what we would do on the way home, what we would do on the way home from these meets we would play Truth or Dare, and for the first 3 minutes, maybe it would be like, lick the bus floor. Oh, I dare you to shout penis. And then it's put your hand down Stacy's pants. Now, Karen. Mark licked James's foot.
Now.
Literally freaky.
What's the weirdest one you did?
Nothing. I don't feel like I did anything like really out there, but we would, what the problem that this generated is that it would always end in like these huge makeout sessions.
Of course.
And we would be like, we're going to have a contest. This is like literally the lamest people in the school. Show choir. And we were like, we're going to have a contest. Who's going to make out the longest going up the mountain? Because that was the longest part of the bus ride. And I did win that competition, baby. And it was with my crush, a girl. But shout out to Alexis.
Imagine the projectile vomit if we'd done that together.
Oh my God.
That's
oh my
horrible.
God.
Horrible.
Did you ever play Truth or Dare when we were at Adler?
No.
That was where I kissed some of my first men. I was so excited.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't. And I've never played Spin the Bottle either.
Haley.
I want to.
All to say, those led to the largest outbreak of mono in Mitchell High School history. How many of us would you say got mono that time in show choir? Yeah, it was like 15 or 20 people. Not Davis. Wasn't
bragging. You're bragging. Kissing. He didn't get mono. Sucks to suck.
But
What does mono entail?
It's like really severe exhaustion.
Oh.
And my mom, I remember I was like, Mom, I think I have mono. And she was like, you don't have mono. You don't have mono. You're just attention. It's that damn phone. And I remember that I was supposed to go to Nashville on a trip to Nashville, like a field trip, which our town didn't do stuff like that. And the show choir was going. And
Music City, baby.
And they had such a fun time. And I remember I was like, Mom, I just want to go to the doctor and check. And I had mono. And my mom she was like, baby, I'm so sorry. Your pancreas could have exploded. And then she didn't let me go to Nashville after she doubted my mono.
Wow.
And then I got the diagnosis and she took me off the field trip.
Damn, that sucks.
It was during the spring musical too. I was playing Tarzan that week.
What? And
that was my glee moment, baby. I was like, I've got to pull through. This is my Eras tour. Tarzan can't go on without me. Mono or no mono. And I was horrible. My throat was so injured. That was my primary symptom.
Does it feel like a cold?
Horrible sore throat every time you swallow. And then just like you can't keep your head up, just like exhausted. I would say a cold in some ways, but I didn't have like congestion or anything.
Yeah. Ugh, sounds horrible.
The funniest thing about my show choir, so I also mentioned that we're state champions. People are literally like, give it a rest. Like, we get it. You're a state champion in show choir. But let me just say that
one more thing.
Most state champions only competed against the high school of their equivalent size and against public high schools. So when Davis had a state championship ring, it was for 1A high school wrestling. No. Show choir state championship, 1A. 2A, 3A, 4A, private, charter, the entire school system in North Carolina that had show choir competed for this title.
And there were like 87 people in your graduating class.
Yes.
That's amazing.
So it was one day, Mama, a movie, it needs to be made. It was a true story of success and comeback and heartbreak. And it was so good. Mono.
Oh, the mono was.
Okay, this is my book, actually. This is my book.
Okay.
So, and this can be in it too, if everybody can be cool about it. If that gives you a hint at where this is going.
Oh, God.
So, my show choir won a state championship, and we were so proud to win. It was such a hard, long journey, and we did poorly at regionals, not our best showing, and we had a real come from behind, like kind of little guy victory against all these bigger programs that had more money and like this bigger talent pool to draw through. We were this tiny little class, and it was such a beautiful story of resilience. And do you want to guess what our set list was? What our theme was?
What?
So the way that show choir works, if you're not familiar.
Yeah, I'm not, so tell me.
A little medley performance.
Okay.
And that medley can be from anything. Typically, it has a theme, you know. You might do musicals. You might do, you know, you have a through line. You're trying to tell a story. And the theme of my Appalachia, rural North Carolina,
I'm so excited.
99.9% student body white performance was Africa. And we had traditional African instruments on stage.
Tell me more. When you're saying Africa, you mean like da 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 that song, or you mean like you were doing the Nancy Pelosi kneel?
No.
You're
Yes,
Adele.
literally.
The Jamaica Adele thing. Wait, what was that Adele went to?
Oh my God. With the dreads. Yes. Oh my God. It was in Jamaica.
That's what
Oh my
you're
God,
doing.
that photo. No.
You were in.
I want to make clear
Okay.
that we were doing like the kind of Mean Girls, stupid white people, like
Okay.
theme Africa. We sang the Toto song.
Okay.
Set number 2, Can You Feel the Love Tonight from The Lion King. And to be clear, in our hot pink, like, not leotards,
The
but
chic outfit that you wanted
Yeah.
because you earned
it was
the
like
opportunity to wear
yes,
it.
it was like a prom outfit without the jacket.
Cool.
Like we had a vest.
Yeah, really
and
cool.
And dress slacks.
Really
and
sounds
a hot pink shirt.
sounds so fashionable.
So just like we're gonna pick the Africa theme, and the 3 songs that the white people pick to represent Africa are Toto's Africa, you know, do 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 ba, and that was the beginning.
love that song.
And then Can You Feel the Love Tonight from The Lion King, Elton John.
Nice.
And Waka Waka this time for Africa by Shakira.
Samina mina, waka
I
waka,
remember choreography. Samina mina sakalewa, anoa
I love
State
it.
champions, baby.
Music.
What? Oh my God, Dumbledore has a quote. He's like, music beyond any of the magic. This is paraphrase. Beyond any of the magic we do here. Come on now.
He says music is beyond any
Beyond any of the magic. Music is the true magic.
It is. It really is. Like recorded music is one of the things I'm most grateful
Imagine
to
not
have
having
in
that.
my life.
Can we do the deaf versus blind thing, or is that insensitive to deaf and blind people?
I can't live without music. I'll say that and we'll keep it pushing. But you'll have synthesia, but you know, still, if you can hear, you'll still see some stuff.
Yeah,
won't you?
exactly.
So then that's your choice,
Yeah.
and we have the same choice, and
We'll
we're
be
going.
jamming to Cruel Summer.
What is he at?
Synthesia, Fantasia.
Fantasia. You have Fantasia, honey.
What is it called?
Synesthesia. Not even close.
Synthesia. Well, I look forward to next week because guess what? Our costumes are going to be crazy.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Haley
so
just told me the
excited,
concept.
yes.
I love that you started not wanting to do the costumes and now you're more all in
No,
on than me.
I'm like, I am, this is a part of the show.
It is. That's why you need to be on Patreon.
That's why you got to be on Patreon, baby. All right. Well, I suggest you go listen to the, what?
All of the other episodes of The Lost Lore. That's music to my ears.
Yeah, exactly. The la, 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 la. The la, 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 la.
First live performance.
I'll see you next time.
You never told me that.